All this talk about energy has made me hungry. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the verb to eat. Today, we are going to conjugate the verb and focus on the progressive tense. Here we go.
Now, the verb to eat is an irregular verb. Now, regular verbs, like to jump, are easy to conjugate. You go, I jump. Past tense is I jumped, right? You just add the ed at the end. But irregular verbs have special forms that you just need to memorize. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's get rid of all this. So to conjugate the verb to eat, I eat, you eat, he eats, we eat, they eat. And for past tense, it is I not eated, but I ate. You ate, he ate, we ate, they ate. So it's always ate, for each subject. Now, when you conjugate the two other things you need to know besides the present tense of the verb and the past tense, you need to know the present participle, and that is eating. Present participle is always the verb with ing after it, eating, and the past participle is eaten. So basically with, the present tense, the past tense, and these two forms, these two participles, you can form all of the tenses for the verb to eat. So I said today that we're going to focus on sorry, Seth, Jackie, I'm still figuring this out. We are going to be focusing on the continuous form of the verbs, also known as the progressive tense. So we have the progressive, that's what I'm going to be calling it, is the progressive tense, but it's also called the continuous. All right, so now what is the progressive tense? Well, it's used to show things that are ongoing, right? Things that are happening. So to make the progressive tense, it's pretty simple. We are going to use the present participle plus the past, present, future of the to be verb. So for our present, so let's start with our past. Our past continuous, we have I, and then the form of to be, the past tense of to be is was, eating. The present continuous would be I plus the verb to be in the present form, so I am eating. And then the future is the future of to be is I will be eating. So there you go. Those are the three, the past continuous or the past progressive, present progressive, and future progressive. So pretty simple. So again, we use progressive tense, to describe ongoing actions, or another way to think about it is, when you're sort of in the middle of doing something. That's how I like to think about it. So, let's take a look at each tense. I ate, past tense. So, that just in general talks about, in the past, you ate. And if you compare that to I was eating, right, that is kind of describing that, you were in the middle of eating, and usually there's something else in the sentence. I was eating, when my brother threw his potatoes at me, right? So, this action you were eating, you were in the middle of it, and then something else happened. So that's when we would kind of use the progressive tense in the past. Present versus present progressive is basically the same thing, right? I eat, that's very general. I am eating is just kind of like, you're in the middle of eating. So they're pretty interchangeable, actually. Sometimes you can use either one. They're not that different. And then same thing with future tense. So that's why progressive is a good verb to start. I I will eat. It's very general again. Just I will eat something, sometime in the future. Um, and I will be eating again when something else happens. So usually you see progressive have something else in the sentence. So that's when we would use those those tenses.